Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we have the pleasure of talking about the oldest tank ever to exist in World of Tanks Blitz, but nearly also in real life, the MK1 Heavy. I decided to do that video because I see many YouTubers talking about this tank. Most of you probably don't know what this is and probably will never be able to play it, but still, we have some old footage and some new footage thanks to mod for this tank. So we are going to take a look at what it's capable at and why I think Wargaming should definitely implement it back. To refresh your memory, guys, or even before starting that video, I just want to thank Honking on Blitz that allows me to get that footage. You will find the link to his channel in the description, and he's doing a lot of god work using mods, etc. And his channel is definitely worth checking. You will find any infos on the description, so feel free to take a look when you have some time. So I was saying, to refresh your memory, that tank is not only a mod here, it was also implemented directly into the game 3 or 4 years ago. It was one of the first events Wargaming ever did in World of Tanks Blitz, and it was a World War I event because it was in order to celebrate World War I, the 100th years of victory for the World War I. And it was a really great mod. Not necessarily the most interesting one, because you were facing only this tank, the Mark I, so it was Mark I against Mark I, but in the end, it was fun. It was still fun because that was the first time ever in the history of World of Tanks that we had the pleasure of playing World War I tank. And I did several types of video explaining why I think we should get those tanks in the game. I think they will arrive sooner or later, more later than sooner, because Wargaming still has a lot of work to do with Cold War era tank, maybe modern tanks, etc. And also because during World War I there was not that many tanks that were suitable, and it's quite hard to find any archives concerning those tanks. But it was, or it could be, interesting to see those. I would love to be able to play World War I tank in this game. Maybe one day it will come true, and not only through mods, but also because Wargaming will maybe listen to me. Who knows? Maybe one day it will happen. But to complete what I wanted to say about this tank, what is interesting to take a look at is possibly how many guns there were on World War I tank. As you can see also, the little wheels at the back of the tank, I don't really know what they're made for, and if someone could explain me the use of those, I would gladly accept some historical explanation why this tank has some wheels. At least that's cool, because let's say that the British engineers saw the future, because they were the first one to use wheeled vehicles, it seems, or kind of, because that looks a little bit archaic. I don't think it's something that would sustain much on the battlefield, and probably why we didn't see too much Mark I on the battlefield in World War I. But to complete what I was saying, I just find it a little bit of a shame that Wargaming doesn't want to implement more of those free events, more events that are out of the norm. I can understand why they don't do it. Obviously, there is a money problem when you put a lot of effort into these kind of mods, in these kind of tanks that are here for one time only. It's not necessarily something that will bring you a lot of money, because I remember they gave that tank completely for free to everybody. You just had to play like one game maybe to get it in your garage, and you had a special game mode. But if the game mode is already implemented in the game, why can't you put it back? I don't really know how it works, computer talking, but if they already created the mod, created the tank, and created everything about it, why can't they just put it back in the game like they do with the pricing or even mad games? That's the question. So to sum up what I think about this tank, or what I think about World War I game modes in general, I would love Wargaming to implement such a thing in the game. I don't think it will ever happen again, or maybe one time, maybe to commemorate the 110 years since World War I or something like that. But otherwise, I don't feel like we're going to be able to see that being implemented. Would you like something like that, guys? Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to bother too much of your time anymore. I said what I had to say. Please, Wargaming, make it happen. Please give us back that mighty tank that I didn't have the pleasure to play. Because, oh boy, I want to play that tank. I want to get an ace tanker in a World War I tank, you know. That's something I want to achieve in my life. So hopefully my prayers will be answered, even if I think it's just a wet dream that will soon die. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And otherwise, I'm gonna catch you soon for a new video. Bye.